most unbelievable part of this character isn't even his age. It's that a man who looks like this and is gay would be this insecure. Yeah. Those gay men who look like that at that age, they are complete narcissists.
They are going on an Atlantis cruise
right
now, honey.
They are on the Atlantis cruise.
They are on the Atlantis cruise, honey.
They are doing the apple dance at the Charlie XCX concerts. I hate to tell you.
Yes, they're wearing crops at 45, okay? Like,
the men that look like that, see in Puerto Vallarta. Let's just say that.
Yes.
They're at World Pride.
They are. Hi, Brazil.
How was Folsom? Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? Welcome back to Boys Love, Boys Love. This week we are recapping episode 2 of Moonlight Chicken. And as always, I'm Adam.
I'm RJ. Welcome back.
Welcome back. It's good to have you here in our little diner where we make our Hainanese chicken.
Hainanese. Kick your knees up, step in time. Hainanese up, chicken time.
Mm-hmm.
I never knew there was an N there. I always just thought it was Hainanese.
How are you?
Crazy. I'm good, Long Adam. Because you're old.
But with the Filipino accent.
Long Adam.
Adam.
Pimeo. You know, in my mom's language of Ilonggo, andam means beware.
Oh.
So, andam sa ido, beware of dog. There was a sign at my uncle's house that said that, and I was chased by a Rottweiler growing up, so.
Should we talk about episode 2?
Should we?
I think we should. So it's Wen's first day on the job. I know it's Wen's first day on the job. So that's nice. You know, he's got a new gig.
Listen, fellas, divas, have you ever taken a job before because you wanted to sleep with
gays? Answer this question.
Gays, answer the question.
Have you ever slept with someone and then they hired you?
And then tried to get a job with them so that you can continue to sleep with them in the hopes of that you could sleep with them again?
Yeah. Let me know. I'm sure we'll get some crazy comments down below.
Oh, we've gotten some crazy comments for sure. So, why stop now?
Why stop now?
Why paint the peacock?
Why what?
Why paint the peacock?
Why gild the lily?
Why gild the lily?
So that's, he's working hard. A single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves
it's so funny because
Alan and never stops.
It is so obvious that he wants to work here because he wants to sleep with him again. And maybe, obviously they're going to try to develop that maybe it's because it was for love at first sight. Like
I don't know what his deal is.
Yeah.
Yet. Other than he's perennially horny.
And they didn't reveal his apartment again, so.
They did not.
I don't know, maybe he is.
But we referred to him wanting a home.
Yeah, so I think he is in a loveless relationship currently.
Interesting.
Or partnership or something.
Because Alan hasn't showed up yet.
No. Who's she? Literal.
Yeah. We don't know her. We also didn't get Slutty Boyfriend.
I know.
He didn't come back this episode. We go to Lang, who's with his girlfriend Preo.
You've seen her before.
I have. She's in Sweet Tooth Good Dentist with Mark.
Playing the Butch.
Her name is View. I love her. I was so excited as soon as I saw her on screen because I was like, oh, I know you. She's great. She's very pretty. I like her a lot. I thought they had really nice chemistry, like friend chemistry in Sweet Tooth Good Dentist. Mm-hmm. So now it makes sense, like their history and why they would have used them for that project. I like her a lot. I like Lang already. Listen, I'm a Mark Packin supporter.
If Mark Packin has 100 fans, you're one of them. If Mark Packin has 1 fan, you're the last.
I'm the only
one.
And if he has no fans, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Mark Packin killed you.
Because he killed me. Because they had me put down. I like this character a lot. So, okay. Let's talk about things we were maybe off on last week.
Oh yes.
So first cow is not the third couple.
Yeah, it's Mark
It's-
Mark View.
It's Ling
Preo.
Ling Preo.
Yeah.
So that was surprising because I fully just assumed it was just gonna be the three couples.
From what people said, it's like a ghost ship almost. Like it's not even gonna be.
They don't even
like,
get like screen time together. Maybe.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
Or like it's more just hinted on.
And then
Which is crazy because they're an established couple. I would say.
Yes,
probably going
very
into
much
this.
so. Yeah.
Going into this. Yeah, because
Eclipse had already
Eclipse
happened.
was like 21, 22, I feel like.
So the eclipse was 2022.
Wow.
I think it's the eclipse is their first lead together. And so they probably didn't know like if
that was gonna work
if they were gonna like make them one of the permanent couples.
Right. Sure.
Is my guess.
Yeah.
That's why it is the way it is. But interesting. The other thing we got wrong is the other information we didn't know is that maybe on-screen, off-screen chemistry was very, very different at this time while making the show for two of the main artists creating this art.
Yes.
So
they're allegedly
that changes nothing about what I said.
Yeah, that changes that they
have great
chemistry, and honestly, probably the chemistry is, let's say, spicier and hotter because maybe they were.
Who knows?
Not seeing eye to eye.
Who knows?
But you don't have to see eye to eye, I guess.
Well, they can't see eye to eye. They're not one's shorter than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one's turned around, so.
You can't include that. You can't include that. Gross. We're learning more about the characters as we progress. So
yes, that's famously that's how shows work.
Lang is a very get-rich-quick scheme boy.
Yeah.
He's like not necessarily like scamming, but he's very like I'm gonna go do the lottery. We're gonna
he like sells lottery tickets to rich women.
Okay, so that might technically be scamming.
Yeah,
because it's insinuated that's like illegal to. Maybe he just doesn't have the license to sell the lotto tickets.
Yeah, he's that lady outside the BTS
in
but
Gel Boys.
Mm-hmm. But he says that he only does it to like the wives of policemen or whatever. But I don't know if he was specifically referring to the Hart's mom, because that's why he was like, oh, I can't deliver this because I owe her money or whatever.
Yeah, something. What versus Li Ming, who I'm just gonna call Lee from now on.
Yeah.
He is potentially going to work abroad.
Wants to.
Something.
His heart is set on.
I don't think he wants to study abroad. I don't think it's the studying that he's like looking at.
Yeah, he wants to get out of his current.
He wants
status.
to leave Thailand.
Pattaya.
Yeah, all the characters are now meeting one because he's
he's
in
new
to
he's
working
in the restaurant.
diner.
He's in the gig.
Lee recognizes him from the conjugal visit, let's say. Okay, I need more. I'm shocked they haven't even given like a sentence as to why he lives with him. Because it's brought up that
there's a line later that his sister is the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened to her?
We don't know. It is not, from the translation, it is not spoken about like she's dead. But he is living with him and he is taking care of him.
Yeah, he's his guardian.
So I don't know if it's like she went to go work.
Maybe she's working abroad.
Like maybe she's. Oh, I feel like it's gonna come up at some. Maybe it won't. Maybe we're just gonna be like, and he lived with his uncle.
That's when we were watching this. I had made a comment that like this show is showing. It is not telling. It's just kind of like showing you things.
Yes.
And you infer.
Yes.
Like the whole segment of Li Ming wanting to work abroad are just picked up because there's a brochure that one finds that is his. He's looking at the kiosk in the mall. His friends are talking about, oh, what university are you gonna go to? Da 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 da.
And focusing on his reactions.
And it's just his reaction, like not wanting to answer back. So it's like it's very.
I think the characters are drawn so well too that it's like off the bat they feel so incredibly specific.
Yeah.
And it makes sense if Piaof, like, he grew up in Pattaya, so like he's drawing inspiration from probably people in his life from his childhood
that have gone through the same things. Yeah.
But it doesn't. Sometimes you'll watch a BL, a lot of BLs.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is one of those BLs where it's like, are we heading into the verge of it's not a BL territory? Like it's queer movie.
It's queer movie. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's coming of age.
Like,
yeah.
Because BL is such a specific
romance
genre. It's just, yeah. And I do think that that's what's going on with the Gemini 4th plotline. Like, that feels very standard. But I would say, as of now, my impression is, like, the Earth Mix storyline is very, like, queer art film.
Okay. I kind of feel like Earth Mix is a little bit more of the traditional BL. And
really?
Gemini 4th are the coming of age teen coming into like adulthood, because it feels like.
But you agree that they're also like clearly a BL. I mean, they're getting like the very classic
right? That's
beats.
true. They are getting the beats of the like.
I mean, honestly,
learning how to communicate with one another.
They're almost like getting exact beats. Like they in this episode, they have like basically 3 scenes together.
Yeah.
And it starts with them being like a little like naggy at each other. They learn how to work together. Then they watch TV together. And then by the end, they're like hanging out.
Yeah.
So we're like organically growing the relationship in real time. Whereas the Earth Mix story, we've started at them being together. And now we have to like revert back to.
Can they actually
Because
be together?
the real question is like. Is Earth's character Uncle Jim?
Yeah.
Will he like realize that he can? I mean, right now all we're supposed to know about his character is that like he's obviously broke.
Lonely.
He's lonely, but he feels like he's clearly like a supporter.
Yes,
he wants to support
has
people,
to take care of everyone,
and he feels like he cannot give the amount that he wants to be able to get. That's the impression I have. The reason he's withholding himself back from a relationship is that
he has too much responsibility for other people.
Yes. He can't. He has nothing
like
else
he's
to give.
literally providing food for a town.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's like looking back now, it was so smart to really start the show as like he is a local feature. Like he's been featured as like a local hero almost, which I think.
But because of that
stakes.
too, like it raises the stakes of now he's like known to not raise his prices, so he can't raise his prices now. He should. I mean, technically he should.
Yeah. Costco.
He can't. Everything can't be the hot dog combo.
Everything
at Costco.
can't be $1.50. I made a reel of me eating a Costco hot dog.
You did. I saw that.
And one of the comments was like, "Mama, I know that's a Sam's hot dog." And I was like, "You're dumb."
Who said that? Just
some random? Yeah, I was like, I know a Sam's hot dog when I see one. I was like, you can see Kirkland rotisserie chicken on the shopping cart.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know a Sam's Club.
I've never heard Sam's hot dogs. I didn't know
Sam's
that. Have a pizza?
I've assumed they have like the same. It's the same idea. I didn't know.
No thanks.
Is there one in Chicago? There has to be.
Sam's?
Yeah. I couldn't even tell you where one was.
I couldn't even tell you.
I'll look it up right now.
But yes, it's being established now that Long Jim is going to be tested, how selfless he can be and how far can he be stretched.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to get to a point where I think it has to break. And then
who's going to be there to pick up the pieces?
Mama Mixiana Mama.
So Li Ming goes over to the Major General's house.
Mm-hmm. Major General's house.
And the Hart's mom is like, so here's the tea. You're going to clean the house. She basically, it's weird.
It's weird.
Okay, so it basically ends up being like, I just want you to hang out with my son.
Yes.
It's kind of her backwards way to get someone there to like be with Hart.
Yes.
Because at this point in the episode, we don't know why Hart it doesn't go back to school.
Right. I was feeling a lot of feelings watching the storyline. Okay.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Uh-huh. And
Do you want to?
yeah, I think so. So I am a caretaker for my brother.
Mm-hmm.
He is he lives with ADHD and he's autistic. And growing up, my mom, who is a registered nurse, retired now, but she is his primary caretaker. And there were a lot of like assumptions that I made growing up that like, oh yeah, he'll just like stay home, or like the care was always just at home. I just assumed because my mom could just do it. So like watching this, it made me kind of think about that sometimes there is that crutch that I think parents of children with disabilities or that it kind of gets muddy of the like protecting but also like being able to let them be their own person.
Yes, it's very clear. We learn later that basically his mom has forbade him
to leave
from leaving.
So ever since like the incident happened.
I want to draw the clear distinction. Hart's character is not coded as autistic. It doesn't seem like he just is like he's gone deaf and he is at this point nonverbal. So
from a disease that he or an illness or a trauma or something. Yeah.
So obviously different than what you're talking about specifically, but I think that when we learn that it's due to her
not allowing him.
Yes. I think it's a very interesting choice because I think on one hand you can look at it from her point of view and be like, well, I'm trying to ensure that like nothing bad happens, right? Like,
of course,
he has a loss of communication, like, and if anything were to go wrong, like, he is in a dire situation, right? Like, the worst things are what you start imagining.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, that doesn't allow one to live a life, and so it's the balance of trying how much protection is the right amount.
Yeah. We did have a family friend of ours, their son had developed like their like loss of hearing and not being able to like verbally communicate. So they all together learn sign language so that way they can communicate. So like I think that is probably where I think this is gonna end up going is that like Li Ming is going to kind of like challenge them in order to like he is his own person, he wants his own thing, like he doesn't deserve to not be able to communicate and not want to do anything. Yes. No, Li Ming is going to like challenge Hart's family. And I think I feel like that's where they're going to come into the middle of like, they're going to let him like go back to school, but maybe they either learn all sign language together or maybe he goes to a school that can accommodate people that can't.
It's very interesting because this story, like, I had watched Last Twilight when it came out.
Right, yes.
And this is the same director.
Yeah.
He didn't write Last Twilight. It's based off or it's adapted from a novel, I believe. But it makes sense that he did this and then went to do that because obviously there are similarities in the storyline of, you know, living with disabilities, caretaking. But I think my guess is that this is not going to get too in the weeds on A, there's only 8 episodes.
Yeah.
B, they are the second couple of the show.
Yeah.
So like the main priority is obviously figuring out whatever's going on with the Earth Mix Gym 1 situation. Then we're going to figure out what's going on with Hart and Li Ming. And also because they're minors, they're playing like high school characters.
Yes.
I think there's going to be maybe not like a full like they move like I don't think it's gonna be anything drastic. It's more of just like the realization of like I can't be protected.
Yes, like I can't live under. The parents will be. I can't protect him forever. He has to be an adult.
So what I did like, okay, so Li Ming goes over to the Major General's house. He starts with cleaning. He like is mopping the floor. Hart comes over and is like spills something on the ground, so then he like makes him also help him mop the floor. They end the scene by mopping the floor together. And then the next scene is Jim teaching one like how to chop. They chop the chicken together.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm hopeful, and maybe they don't have to, right?
Yeah.
But I'm hopeful that there's like these little moments throughout the series where like both couples have similar like beats, so that they like kind of track in a similar way, but just obviously varying their own storylines.
Well, yeah, I'm interested to see like how they. What are we trying? What should we get out of from both of them? Like, because it feels like right now they're doing different things, like thematically. Like if Uncle Jim and Wen is about like being able to like be selfish for the first time because you are so selfless. Currently, right now, the Hart Li Ming just feels more. Yeah, coming of age, like being independent. So I'm
for sure. Also that.
Yeah, so I want to see like how they thematically tie in together. I mean, obviously the money is like
because also like the Li Ming of it all is also like in the second scene later. We're kind of jumping all around the episode, but sorry, I apologize.
Sorry.
I know people hate when we do this, but the second scene they have together when Hart apologizes for the liquor.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably my favorite scene of the episode.
I know,
actually,
we cried.
Because
we cried.
I've talked about it before, but I love when young characters act like young people. And by that, I mean, when there's this innocence of like, people just get over things when they're young in a way that like, it's harder to do as an adult because there are bigger repercussions usually. And like, something about the simplicity of him being like, I'm sorry, I didn't think like it was going to get out of hand.
I didn't know she knew you.
Right. And Li Ming just immediately being like, it's fine. I wanted to get out of the house anyway.
Yeah.
It was so sweet, but
juvenile.
Also so, juvenile, not as a negative or a pejorative, but in like a, simplicity, this is like how, like the innocence of that relationship is so sweet.
Well, it's that, I mean, we talked about it in Gel Boys of like, they are angry and they're fighting, but then it like, immediately get over it, you know?
Yeah. It's like the same. It's like the thing of like when kids go to a playground and then they just start talking to other kids immediately and like make friends. And you're like, there's no way on God's green earth I could just do that now as like an adult.
I mean, you could. It's just.
But I mean, I think a lot of people have the same thing. Yeah. We all could. But I think that's the difference is like there's more context we have of like, how will I be perceived? What da-da-da. Whereas like kids don't have that. And I like when stories about like high school,
they're still able to access that because it's almost like that's the last time you will be able to do this.
Should we just end? Should
we just finish? I think we should just finish Li Ming and Hart.
Li Ming and Hart. Okay. So that was
there is something about Hart's name being Hart. That's gonna come up. There's something there.
Yeah, I also feel like so often in Thai BL, there's like a hidden story to their names,
right?
That I don't know, or like. If it's not very obvious that I'm like, don't pick up on because I don't speak like Thai or sometimes like even like Mandarin. Cause like, I'm like, what am I thinking of?
In Revenge Love right now, his name is like a nonsense name.
Yes.
Like stuff like that.
Yeah. But I think like often in the Thai BLs, there's like like Your Sky. Those
thematic.
names are very clearly like they were.
It's tied to the theme.
It's fated.
Yeah. That's why I think there's something there. Like he, I mean, how I'm picturing it, Hart will be kind of like, not a damsel in distress, but he is like very innocent. That's being Greenfinch linnet bird. Like he's in a birdcage. And I think Li Ming is going to be the one that's going to try and challenge the family to be like, you have to let him go.
Yeah. I think too, drawing them just so distinctly from Jim and Wen, because Jim and Wen start like with sex
together,
and they just have like the very slow trajectory of like over time they're gonna develop this relationship.
Yeah.
Is like it like contrasts in a really nice way. I think okay, so Li Ming, we talked about it a little bit, but he's not. His friends are like discussing about going to college. He kind of just sits there and doesn't say anything. We see that he's like failed his English test.
Yeah.
So
he's like insecure
he wants
about
to. He ends up be like getting advice from Wen later in the episode, about like, and then he's like, well, maybe I want to go and I want to like work either in like Australia or in the United States or whatever. But he's nervous about his ability to English, but also even just have the funds to like do that.
Yeah.
And all of his friends were like, oh, I'm just going to go to a private school so then I don't have to like test in and I can just get in. And my mom, I don't want to like make my mom pay. Maybe I'll just take a student loan out. And it's like this level of privilege that he
doesn't have.
Doesn't have at all.
Yeah. He doesn't even want to study abroad. He just wants to work. Mm-hmm. So I think that's very telling. He just wants to make money.
So then like my question is like, I think you could be onto something. Is his mom also abroad? Mm-hmm. Which I think could be really interesting. The other thing I thought was like, because this is set in a post-COVID era, I was curious if like his desire to go to the United States is like, is there something, obviously there's like, we're in an economically depressed area. So he's seeing like, there's probably better opportunities elsewhere.
Yeah.
But also I was curious if like, am I supposed to infer was there a global understanding at the amount that like the US was reopening,
able to do
versus other countries who had like
reopens?
Taken a more cautious
I mean, we barely
approach?
shut down. Yeah.
No,
like
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
For people who maybe felt like
they can't recover back, like economically recover back.
Yeah.
Go to a country that like never stopped, basically.
Yeah.
But they were, because one brings up like U.S. or Australia. I have family that's in the U.S. Is that where you want to go? And yeah, they do kind of form a bond. And he's like, "Can I reach out to you if I ever have any questions about?" Mm-hmm. So I think that to me is now then building the case against Wen for Uncle Jim, that like he's taking over my life. Not necessarily like people are looking to Wen now for help, but like he's not gonna be the person that like is helping everyone. I think there's something there, because him and Li Ming, Uncle Jim and Li Ming are not like in good standing right now. He's being a teen, like he doesn't,
they're very teen up moments.
Yes, he's not listening to him basically.
Yeah.
But now this
for sure, I feel like it's going to come where he ends up snapping and being like, "You're not even my mom or my dad or whatever."
But now like when swapping in here as like a mentor or someone that he could look up to, I think that's gonna.
Yes, but I really like that it's in secret. Like I like that Wen is like, "Have you talked to your uncle about it?" And he's like, "No." As far as we've seen, Wen hasn't brought it up, so I feel like this is a really good device to like later add conflict to the story of like, if we get too close and we need to like draw it out, like obviously I'm not saying like just draw it out for the sake of drawing it out, but like add to the fire of like, oh, but you've been talking to my nephew behind my back, like
giving him advice
that's
he
not,
shouldn't.
That's not for you to do. Like I like that's in there, because I love conflicts like that where neither person is wrong.
Right.
Because Wen wouldn't be wrong for like answering someone's questions and being a mentor to someone who's younger and is earnestly like seeking advice and giving, like both parties are giving or like doing it in a real way, right? Like it's not like you're leading him down a bad path.
Right.
Also Uncle Jim would have total right to be like, why the fuck are you having off conversations with my nephew? That's fucking
convincing him that he can go to America
because you don't work together.
Yeah.
You come in on his days that he's at the officer's house, so you shouldn't even be talking to each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like it a lot too.
So then the final, Hart is like watching a movie. He tells Li Ming that he doesn't have to mop anymore because the housekeeper will do it.
So that to me really solidifies, like, she doesn't want you. She's just asked you to be here so that I'm not lonely.
Yeah.
I don't think it's specifically that. Maybe there's like, she feels that and feels bad probably and wants to set this arrangement up, but like, it's all shrouded in the money and like the power that like she has the power to be able to say, yeah, I'm hiring you.
I don't think this was the intent of when the liquor bottle was dropped, right?
I don't
think at that conversation
I think
were
this
like,
became
blah,
the
blah.
opportunity.
Yes.
I agree.
Because I think it's very clear that like Hart would be depressed.
Yes. There's no one ever at home.
I know. Also, where are they?
They're working. Well, he's working, but I think she's like a woman in town.
She's just a gal about town.
She is. She's going to the mall. She's talking to the titas.
Yes.
Like she's going to like, luncheons.
Luncheons. Big luncheon.
She's
energy.
a luncheon lady.
Yeah. Not a lunch lady.
Not a lunch lady.
Luncheon
A luncheon lady.
Yeah.
Like friends of the knights of the realms of the whatever. Like whatever organization associations that she's in.
A daughter of the revolution.
Like literally one of those.
Yeah. But for Thailand. So it's just like a lot of. What's the WASP equivalent in Thailand?
Yeah.
That energy.
Yes.
Yeah. Tennis clubs. Country clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he like, they watch this movie together. Then the last scene is he asks him to like watch this movie so then he can like, I want to watch a Thai film, but it doesn't have subtitles. So if there's scenes I don't know what's going on, can you tell me what's happening in the scene?
He pulled out his little Butterbear notepad and he's writing it down. And then was it Hart who says, I want to watch one no, Li Ming says we should watch one in the big screen.
Yes,
like
we
time.
should like go out. That's when we find out that he can't leave the house.
I'm not allowed to leave the house. She forbade me.
Forbidden.
Yeah.
So they're for sure gonna like sneak out.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
That's gonna be a thing.
And again, another conflict where it's like, well, yes, you're not supposed to, but also like you shouldn't be under this rule that you can't leave the house either. So no, both are wrong.
Right.
Everybody's right.
Which is didn't that happen in Last Twilight? Like a little bit of that where he's
a little bit of that.
Because he's officially a caretaker. I mean, he's
hired as a caretaker in Last Twilight.
Here it's like you're not officially a caretaker, but you are watching him
right
at home.
Yeah. It develops so nicely, and I really we've already watched My School President, but they really have like this genuine chemistry, even though they haven't done anything on the show yet. You just feel the affection they have toward each other in such a nice way that like even when they were like he was annoyed with him in the beginning of the episode because he wouldn't mop or whatever, there's something so
they're so nice to one another.
Yes,
but the niceness doesn't just feel like base level I'm nice. The niceness feels like because I care for the other person. It really is conveying, which makes me like it makes sense why they did My Love Mix-Up now thinking about it. Like that is also a story, an IP that like you have to have that chemistry.
I think too, like it's really nice going from Gel Boys where it was like teens at their best and their worst.
Yes.
To be completely honest, to this where yes, Li Ming has these moments where he's like snapping at his uncle because he's like, don't tell me what to do, Uncle Cham. But then like there's no, as of yet, it doesn't feel like he has that kind of like rancorous teen energy that he's like just trying to do whatever he wants just to stick it to the man. Like that's his frustration with Uncle Jim, is that Uncle Jim keeps reminding him to like do the right thing. And he's like, I do the right thing. Stop reminding me to do something that it is inherent to my character.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I really like about that relationship.
Stop signing me up for these things that I'm probably not going to be good at.
Like you understand why Jim would say like, hey, just be cautious, be careful. And also why Li Ming would be like, I have been cautious and careful. I was set up in a situation. The kid can apologize now at this point. He acknowledged to me that he f***ed up. And I'm still on the rap for it. And you're still telling me that I need to be cautious. And are you f***ing joking? I think it's like, everyone is so like genuinely trying their best.
Yes.
And not in a saccharine way, not in a way where it's like,
No, the show does
these
not
like
feel
real
saccharine.
ideal types.
No,
like,
it really doesn't. They
they're
feel
all just, like,
really flawed still.
Yes,
like everyone
yes.
still has their own flaws.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that's good on
Li Ming Heart.
Li Ming Heart. Okay.
Li Ming Heart Li Ming.
Okay, we're gonna go back through the regular plot and then also throw in Lang and Preo when they come up. Wen learns how to chop the chicken together. He tries to have another beer with him, and Jim is like, "There's somebody coming for the last chicken. You can just clean up and go." And clearly, Wen is like, "Or I could stay. You could." You know what I mean? But Jim has set this boundary of being like, I don't fuck my employees. Which, you know what? Good for you, sir.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's good in a boss. He also meets Gaipa.
Ooh. They go to Lang
and
picks
Preo.
up the chicken order.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a fun little banter. But
Guys, Mark is so funny.
Mark's really
Mark is
funny,
so
yes.
funny
Yeah.
naturally. It's
Yes.
so
It makes sense why in My School President he had nothing to do, but like in the scenes that he was in, it feels like, oh, he's just like he just makes everyone happy.
Yes.
So that's why
Yes.
he's there.
Mm-hmm.
But Gaipa,
Looking stunning, by
this
the way.
I don't know why he looks like a model when he's selling chicken wings to the people of
chicken
Pattaya.
blood cubes.
And he looks gorgeous in this
I
fair
hate him.
skin
I
and
hate him.
this shirt that is just draping over his skinny little body.
I
He
hate
looks
him.
like a princess. I hate him.
I hate him.
I hate you.
I hate you.
Because I want to be you.
T.
But Lang's like, oh yeah, there's a new guy that's starting to work, Piwen. He's great. He's really yeah, he's like very handsome, whatever, blah blah blah. And Gaipa literally went, whoop.
Uh-oh.
Boop, 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 boop.
But also, he's like, oh, are you gonna fall in love with him too?
Two.
So it's like a known thing that Gaipa has this crush on Jim. Okay, so Jim, the other thing we didn't know last week.
Jim is 40.
Jim is pushing 40.
And
pushing 40 the way, like, truly in the way, okay, the character is pushing 40. Earth playing this character is pushing 40 in the way that, like, the teens who talk about old people into K-pop, aka people over 25 who are into K-pop, will say, like, aren't you pushing 40? And it's like, I'm 27. Nobody's pushing 40. That's literally Earth in this role.
Yeah.
Babe, he's not pushing 40. Can we be honest? Can we be so serious? Love that he's this role. I think he's doing great.
Yeah. Mama.
We couldn't have made it 35.
Yeah, we didn't have to go 40. We didn't have to
because
go 40.
You could have done 35 and you could have said Mix is like 24. And I would have been like, oh yeah, that's like a sizable gap.
Yeah.
It makes sense that he would be like a little uneasy about it, but also like that feels more not appropriate, but like realistic than
yes.
This man is not
the more
40.
unrealistic thing is that he's supposed to be 40 and he does not look
he doesn't look near 30.
Yeah. But I'm glad people told us before because they revealed it here. He's like, I'm almost 40. And if we had discovered that in real time, we'd be like...
It would have been a true crash out. A true crash out. Because I got that he was supposed to be older.
Yeah.
And
but
he is older than Mix.
Yeah.
Earth is older than Mix by like 4 years,
4 or
I
5
think.
years, yeah.
But like... Okay. So Gaipo comes over, that he meets Wen. There's a real bottom sizing each other up moment, which is very funny. So that was when I was like, does Jim also know that Gaipo likes him?
I don't know. Lang makes a comment later about the two of them and it's like, you got one in the day and one at night. When are you going to pick one and just like, live a little? So it's like they tease...
Yes, but that... I didn't understand. Okay, yes, I know what you're saying. I didn't think he was talking about
Gaipa versus Wen.
I didn't think he was talking about Wen at night because Wen, he doesn't know that they had sex.
But he knows when. He knows of Wen because he got super drunk at the restaurant, and that maybe he didn't stay, but like he's in the restaurant, like at night. I think that's what he means. That he's a customer at night.
Okay. I just thought we meant that
but then I'm like, oh,
Jim's character, he's clearly having sex with people. His hang-up is not, I won't have sex with anyone.
Yeah.
His problem is that he doesn't want to attach himself to anyone because he doesn't think he can give enough of himself to the person in the way.
But I don't think other people know that he is having sex. I think Leng is like, people fawn over you because you're a local hero. Gaipa literally comes
Everyone
here.
says you're handsome.
Everyone says you're handsome. Mm-hmm. So like, I think
These
he's more.
Two F's on this podcast in Chicago talk about how handsome you are. Yeah.
And me too.
Yeah.
Me. So I think he just. I don't know if he is aware that Gaipa likes him. He has to. I mean, if he's.
It would make sense why he's like so uncomfortable in that scene. Because he keeps looking at both of them being like, it's like a real tennis match situation.
And oh my God, Kao is eating it up. He's like, do you want to try? Hey, do you want to try the food that I gave him? Come over here. Try this food.
Try a bite. Here. Try this. He also is paying the bills. Basically, he's fronting the bills.
He's fronting the bills.
Jim.
He's like, "Hey, I paid this off, but you have to do."
So
it.
Jim,
I think he's. So then maybe it's
Jim's situation is actually way worse than I thought it was last episode.
So maybe it's that. Maybe it's not that he knows. Maybe he does know that he does like him. But I think it's more that like people like Gaipa, people in town know of his business, know what's happening and is trying to help. I don't
know. One of the bills that he has to pay is the car insurance bill. It has to be paid in person. We see a scene where he goes to pay it. Oh, actually, first we have a scene where in the middle of the night, Lang and Preo show up, and we find out that she is pregnant.
She's
not only is she pregnant, and they're obviously not married. Not only is she pregnant, but her family is super traditional and will not accept her like not being married. So he has to propose. However, Lang doesn't have enough money, and obviously this is Thailand, so
for the dowry.
They still do dowry over there. Mm-hmm. And in Thai's dowry system is technically different. So like the traditional European understanding of dowry is the bride's family pays, basically is like, please, here's some money to take our daughter off our hands, which is insane. I understand that. I'm just
we didn't make it up. I didn't decide it.
The Thai version, which I think is also like the Indian version, I believe, maybe.
It's like the man proving that like I'm able to take care of your daughter.
Yes. It's more of a bride cost.
Yeah.
I think it's like a bride price is technically the term for it. Again, didn't come up with the system. Just letting you know what we're talking about.
From what we Wikipedia'd, girl.
Because I remember when I almost think it's like it's like brought up in Bad Buddy, I'm pretty sure. I think it's in Bad Buddy, it gets brought up. And I literally remember it like because we were first getting into VL, and I was like, do they have dowries in Thailand? Not in a way that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So they do. So that's Lang's concern is he doesn't have enough money for a dowry. So then we see Jim not pay his car insurance. And at this point I said, don't get a fucking accident. That'll come back. Don't worry.
He instead goes to the jewelry store and buys
a gold chain.
We don't see it at the time, but he goes to a jewelry store and he buys something. So we're like, oh, what's that?
Mm-hmm. He runs into Wen at the mall, who's at his like first job.
His day job,
which is
okay. So
shopping window consultant.
To me, it gives merchandise retail designer tea.
Does it? Does it
Merchandise.
give that to you?
Yeah, because
Okay.
he's like decorating the fucking Spirit Halloween windows.
When is the face of Spirit Halloween? When is the designer for Spirit Halloweens all around the world?
So he gives me when we
you know
worked at
they're
Disney
doing
and he was like
Spirit
the
Christmas now?
merchandiser. Yes, I did. He gives me the guys at Disney when I was working there that like did the like fucking Disney style pop-ups.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
They were like, we can do this on our own. We don't need WDI to help us.
Can we get an end cap over here?
I need a fixture over here, please.
Can we get an end cap?
Yeah.
That
just
energy
gives me that tea, and I'm like, Mama, it's retail.
Maybe his biggest dream is to do the
Barnes and Noble redesign.
No, that's no one's dream.
To make everything look like
I was gonna say his biggest dream is to do like the Macy's windows for Christmas.
That's the tea that it gives me. That he's like doing.
That's what the Halloween
Christmas windows
one gave me.
Yeah. I mean, look, not to discredit our merchandise visual designers, honey. Okay.
Oh yeah, shout out to you.
Shout out
divas.
to you. Listen,
It was not a job that I anticipated being in this show, but again, I like how specific it is.
Yes.
It does feel like a gay job. I'll say that.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's very gay.
There's something very hairdressery about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it is also giving me like it's retail, it's shopping, it's an extravagance. He's designing for people to like spend money frivolously. So I think that it's more of a divide in that like your job isn't really like for the working people.
I like how, and I don't know if this is intentional. I'm assuming it's intentional. It feels like so much of the show is intentional. I like how out of place Jim looks at the mall.
I know.
Now this is crazy because he's a gorgeous man. So he should fit in right at a mall.
Yeah.
But there's something about, I think his performance or something that I'm like,
he looks you
doesn't
look like,
normally come here.
You look like a guy in the province that wandered into the mall.
Mm-hmm. They have lunch together.
They don't eat at the mall.
There's a lot of flirting.
Yeah.
There's more flirting. Flirting. He gives him a bunch of food from this cart. There's this joke about this girl like pays in front of them in line. She pays, and then they are like, "Oh, I have to get you change," and she's like, "I'm gonna come back for the change tomorrow. I have to run back to my job." And he explains like she has to like, for every minute she's late, she's docked money. And he has a funny joke about being like, Lang would never have money if I did that role. So they're at the diner. Wen gets a call. He needs a ride. Immediately, there's a crisis at the window store.
The Spirit Halloween window.
The Spirit Halloween window. So immediately, the opening of the next scene, but this is like one of the classic like YouTube cuts. So we go into the next part of the episode. They are slowly backing into a motorcycle. The woman, please do an impression of the woman, the actress who is getting run over by this truck. It's too good. It's too good. She really put her whole
And then she got up and was like,
oh yeah, she did the full performance of being like, "Oh, I mean, I would do it, girl.
I would do it, girl. A truck running me over.
A truck ran at 1 mile an hour. You bet your ass. I'm like,
oh,
my knee.
You're paying.
It's dislocated.
Honey. Yeah. So the guy fully was like, okay, well, they want to share insurance. Insurance isn't paid, honey.
He doesn't even have insurance anymore. It got cut off.
So the guy's like, look, nothing happened. If you just pay me 3,000 baht, I won't do anything. So he's like, okay. So Uncle Jim goes inside to see how much money he has. It doesn't look like he has enough.
Because he goes back and starts looking for like in his glove
box glove compartment to see chump change or whatever. And then he sees the guy drive away. And he's like, well, I thought I was supposed to give him 3,000. And basically one's like, I just gave him an advance. So we'll just figure it out later. And they will.
Is there anything else you want to talk about that?
No.
Okay, great.
If you're part of the Patreon, you would have at this point of the episode, you would have watched me pause the video, and then for about 7-8 minutes,
Yeah, that's how long it felt. Sure.
I tried to make sense of like how could Uncle Jim pay him back through the job.
Yeah, Archie just tried to figure out how he didn't have to pay him back is really what it turned into.
Yeah, because I was like, you're already working for him, so there's got to be a way to make an exchange. Basically, you would just pay him. You wouldn't have to work, but you would just pay him his day's wage, but you didn't have to come that day.
Yes, but my point is that you're still taking money away from him by doing that.
Yeah.
So it's not a true payment. Unless he was like, I don't want to work those days anyway. But if you're already in a situation where, like, if I was, like, working at a job, and I gave the job money.
Yeah.
And they were
because your
hey,
boss ran
then
over
we just
someone.
won't have you come in the next couple days.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so the money that he would have spent just didn't spend. But,
right, but the
when
point
is to get money.
that I want my money, and I want the amount that I would have gotten by working as well.
But here's the thing about the show. I don't think Wen wants money. He wants something else deposited.
He'd really rather...
He'd rather have something else
doesn't
deposited.
Really matter, yeah.
In his account, let's say. You know what I mean?
His safety deposit box.
Uh-huh.
That motorcycle scene is so funny. She really went for it.
She screamed.
She screamed. Good for her.
Get your check.
Get your 3,000 baht. Diva, I'm obsessed with you. So then he rushes over to his crisis, which was the Spirit Halloween window. Very important that he did that. Meanwhile, Jim goes to buy a beer. He didn't have enough money to pay this motorcycle, but he has enough to get a beer. I thought when he looked at the beer, he was gonna be like, I can't even do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like if there's gonna be another sacrifice that he has to give up. I think it's going to be he also then at some point is going to give up the beer because he's going to keep pushing himself until he breaks.
Money. Yeah.
And the show is about
money.
Financial problems, obviously. But it's going to be like the only way you can be helped is if you allow people to help you as well.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So he buys him and Wen beers. He goes up to like give him the beer, and then he sees him like potentially flirting with the guy in the window.
Jim wants to like give him a beer to, I think, try to like, well, I want to like, maybe I do want to get to know him because he's not as different of a person that I thought he was. But he saw him like flirting. Well, he picks it up as
to be as flirting.
He's flirting with another guy while at work. So he was like, oh, that's the kind of guy that he would probably be into. Not an old dowdy hag like me.
Yeah.
From the country.
Not an old fuggo like me. Earth. Get out of town.
So he like drinks the beers alone on the stairs. But then, yes, one comes over and tries to like...
The most unbelievable part of this character isn't even his age. It's that a man who looks like this and is gay would be this insecure at this age. I hate to tell you.
At this age, yeah.
Those gay men who look like that at that age, they are complete narcissists.
They are going on an Atlantis cruise right now, honey.
They are on the Atlantis cruise,
They are on the Atlantis cruise, honey.
They are doing the apple dance at the Charlie XCX concerts. I hate to tell you.
Yes, they're wearing crops at 45, okay? Like,
the men that look like that.
They are going to endless.
Age.
They are going to bottomless brunch with all of their.
See you in Puerto Vallarta. Let's just say that.
Yes.
They're at World Pride.
They are. Hi, Brazil.
How was Folsom? Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the most unbelievable part of this character. But it's fine.
Oh my god.
It's fine. It's just the Earth is so beautiful.
Yeah.
That it's like, I can't compare with this young guy. I'm like, you look like that. What do you mean? So they're having beer. There's a denial of the kiss. Da 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 da. This is what I wrote down because I was like, oh, this is the whole gig,
theme?
mama. I don't know if it's the theme, but it's definitely like Jim's problem.
Uh-huh.
So Wen has this line being like, I really want a home. I want to live. I want to come home at the end of the day, and I want someone to be there for me.
He wants a matchbox of his
honestly,
own.
it's very being alive from Company.
Someone to hold you too close.
Yes. It's that whole it's that whole song. That's what Wen says. He's like, shockingly, even though he's like clearly a little slag, he's like,
I want to
a
settle
very
down.
romantic.
Yeah.
Like, I want someone specific just for me. He just needs to dick me down every night.
Being alive.
Jim says two things that really shook me. He says, I drink to get drunk, and so then when I'm drunk, I don't dream. And that's called depression. I'm not even like making a joke. Like, if that's where we're at, that's not good.
Yeah.
We're at a very dark place.
Yeah.
And then he finally fully rebuffs like Wen's advances, saying, don't waste your time on me. Someone like me isn't fit to be anyone's home.
Which is so funny because he is providing home for people.
Yes, he's fostering. He's like, has a found family.
He has a found
family. This is
family.
the most queer-coded found family thing we've watched in a while.
Yeah. He's about to be a grandpa. What how he's
about
fostering.
to be a grandpa. Yeah,
he's
truly.
Literally about to be a grandfather. Yeah.
Gumpa. More like grandpa.
What do you think so far, Adam?
I genuinely just love it so much.
It's very intricate and like so interesting to have such deep character. It's probably going to be character driven, but
yeah.
It's very.
Everything is so intertwined, but not in a way that feels twee.
Yeah.
Not in a way where it feels like
it's a gag.
It's a little too perfect.
Yes.
Like, it feels
rough
as
around the edges.
Chaotic as normal life is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Because it's going to be 8 episodes, I bet you that's why. Genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not joking, guys.
I'm not joking, bitch.
I'm not joking. Sometimes shows don't need...
Mm-hmm.
Shows definitely don't need 13 and up. At least if we're just talking about GMMTV.
Very few do.
And sometimes I don't even think they need.
I think
12
or
or 11.
Shows that need like more than 12 episodes are like Kin Porsche, because there was so much plot
that they were trying to do. Yeah,
and there were like 5 couples.
Yeah,
it was like, okay, well, we need time.
I mean, this might be a spoiler for our tempo conversation, but like
coming out tomorrow.
Tempo, I would say it had 11. No, it had 13. Right?
It had 13.
Probably could do 11, maybe 10.
Probably could have done 10. We'll talk about it. But yeah,
so like the insistence of hitting a certain quota for episode numbers.
Yeah,
I'm curious, like how did this show end up with just 8?
Yeah,
and like I welcome the challenge when we have to apply brevity in the telling of the story.
Yeah, the soul of wit, in fact. Mm-hmm. Who's your MVP?
You know what? I will give it to Hart.
Gemini.
He got me. And I'm going to have a soft spot for this character just in general because of the storyline. Like just personally. So I'm like very excited to see how he's able to like grow.
I'm going to give it to 4th. I just think 4th is a star.
Yeah.
We talked ad nauseum about this in our My School President recap.
And all the reactions.
He is so funny, but he has so much more than that.
Yeah.
And the scene that really sold it for me was where he was like listening to his friends talk about like their plans for after high school.
And he's just like washing his face.
Yeah. He just has like it. He shrinks into himself in a way that is not physical, but completely in the eyes.
Yeah.
It's like, he is remarkable
for
how like young he is, especially in this role.
Yeah.
He is so good.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're set, honey.
Love it.
So stay tuned for more Moonlight Chicken. You can join our reactions over at patreon.com/boyslove on the BL Lover and the Combo Beret tiers. Or you can buy the collection to Moonlight Chicken. We just finished Tempo, so a new BL will be starting on the Patreon as well.
Very soon.
Very soon. Adam, thank you so much for joining. Adam, thank you so much for joining.